Wednesday warriors. Thanks so much for tuning in. You are in luck today. This is one of my dearest friends, Amy. She's a dentist, and so she shares the same, the same perspective. Attention to detail as I do on this particular topic today. Oh, the places your hair will grow. And she's giggling because, we started having to treat hair when we were 12 years old. I'm half Persian. She's
Croatian. We're hairy humans.
Yep. We're not anymore.
No, we're
not even close.
We're hairless
But I
now.
found the wax
like
pot.
a porpoise.
Yes. When I was very young. And I had laser done when I was 15 years old, which actually is one of the reasons I'm in the industry I'm in. That is what prompted it.
Thank God for that, so that I could have her in my life.
And we're here to hold your hand and tell you where to look when you have unwanted hair, and where you have unwanted hair if you haven't looked, why it's growing there, and what to do about it. So quite literally, I'm reaching through the phone, holding your hand, because I want you to know. Because if you are dyeing your mustache and you think that nobody can see it and that's good enough,
I can see it.
We can all see it.
I can see it.
Everybody sees it.
You know, you have that one friend who, even if you're not into body hair, you have that one friend who dyes their mustache blonde. And everyone can see it, and everyone talks about it. Mm-hmm. And so you try to tell her one time, like, hey, man, you ever thought about waxing? And she's like, oh, no, I bleached. And I'm like, well, we can still see it.
Yeah. I get people on my table where I am trying to help them, and I'm like, oh, did you want me to take care of your upper lip? And they're like, oh, no, I'm fine. Now, they say that, I'm pretty sure they say this because those particular people are concerned that once they wax or shave, the hair's going to grow back thicker, darker, coarser, all these things that they think, or they don't want it to look like their grandmothers did.
Or I bet even some people are afraid it's going to hurt.
Yeah, maybe that too.
But I don't know who, but someone out there is afraid.
If you have a vagina, you can handle it.
Worse, yeah.
Girl. So, to my point, it's not your fault. It is your hormones' fault, and that's actually the only thing that will affect the color of your hair, how thick it grows, and where it grows.
It's also your parents' fault.
Yeah, totally your parents' fault.
But, like your ethnicity or your heritage definitely plays a role. And then your hormones on top of that, like compound it after a certain age. Like Sarah says 25, and I would agree with that because I feel like that's when I really started to notice, and it shocked me. I was like, hey man, I thought this was not going to happen until I was like 40.
Yeah,
I was
like
shocked.
The random dark hairs.
Like the one little whisker that would grow. I'm like, excuse you?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
How long has that been there? And how many people have seen it?
If you've had, and also if you've been on hormone therapy, I have a handful of patients who they're in remission for breast cancer. They're on estrogen blocking drugs. Well, without estrogen, you have a lot of testosterone, and guess what that happens?
Yep.
Yeah. Lots and lots of hair.
It causes unruly, really rapid hair growth.
Yes.
And it's not normal hair. It's not like this hair. It's really thick, like a whisker. Yeah. Like a man's whisker, because it's testosterone. It's not cool.
And so that's why you get it. It's hormones. Where you get it. So people notice them mostly on their chin, their upper lip. They notice these like mustache type place. Guess what? Check your nose. Check your ears.
It's sad.
Yes, get trimmers, have somebody wax it. I see it all the time. It is normal. That's what you can do about it. The other places that it grows.
All the places men have hair. Like chest, stomach, booty, back, like
everywhere.
I hope Sarah would have told me by now, but I don't think I have any lower back hair.
You don't have lower back hair.
Yes, I've seen people in bikinis, and I'm like, oh, I gotta tell her this, because
you tell your friends.
You can't see
Be a friend.
Yeah, tell them.
I'm doing this, like these videos, seriously, to tell you guys either information you didn't know or to share
what we all deal with,
and let you know this is actually exceptionally normal. Every single woman deals with this. I've only seen 2 women in 13 years that don't deal with this.
And I think it's great that Sarah's doing this, because I feel like Sarah and I will be at groups of tables of women joking around or talking about it. Like, oh, Sarah lasers my booty, and they're like, excuse me? And I'm
they
like,
think it's gross.
You don't think you have hair back there, do you? And they're like, no, I don't. I'm like, you do. And someone is either not telling you, or you've never let anyone look back there.
Doesn't matter how fine, how light, and how blonde.
You got some.
And how do you go about removing it? Well, we know you can't see back there, because that's the number one thing I hear. I can't see back there. Well, neither can I, but they make...
I manage somehow.
Somehow.
Lighted mirrors.
Magnification
mirrors. If you need help, like angles and things like that. Or Sarah.
Phone a friend.
Yeah. or Sarah.
Call a professional.
Sarah's who I call when
And I'm
like, I
dead
can't
serious.
see this.
Yeah, no, see it every day, all the time. Like I said, first hair removal experience was when I was 15 years old. It's what got me into this profession. And so, but the number one thing that I want you guys to know is there is hair there. Look for it. Take care of it, because waxing it or even using like Nair, it's totally fine, because the only thing that will change the way it grows, I just want to reiterate it, is hormones.
And I would also say that I've talked to lots of people about hair removal since I've had it done everywhere. Like, it's sort of addictive and snowbally. I did my underarms because I have such thick, dark hair that if I'd shave in the morning, I needed to reshave by afternoon or evening if I was going out. And
it's painful.
It hurt because there were like 4 hairs growing out of one follicle. It's so thick there. And so I did that first.
Not anymore. She doesn't have
Then
any
I
hair.
loved it so much. I was like, okay, now do this, now do that, now do this, now do that. Because why would you want to shave ever? I don't want to shave ever. So I did all of that. But the thing that people always ask me is, did it hurt? I'm like, okay, pain is relative. So to me, the pain feels like a rubber band snap, which I can tolerate. And
it's even
Sarah is a
improved.
great esthetician, so she waits for you. She says,
Oh, that's
okay,
nice. Thank you.
and then moves on. Or 1, 2, 3. She counts
With
just different ways.
exception.
It
With
doesn't
exception.
hurt. It really doesn't hurt me. If you've ever waxed your eyebrows, I think there's also people that are afraid to wax their lip. That's why they bleach, because they think it's going to hurt. You sort of toughen up. Like, the skin gets tougher. It really doesn't hurt as bad after you've done it several
But you
times.
can shave it.
Well, why would you want to shave it?
No, but like if you're that scared, it's okay. They have like those facial shavers. That's what I'm saying. There's
Oh, you
that.
mean like an epilady?
Yeah. No. There's an epilady. There's actual like little bitty like razors just for your upper lip, because you don't want to move bacteria. So please don't use razors that you've
razor.
used
Yeah, no, on
in
your
other
arm.
areas
No.
on your face, because
There's
you
a lot
will
of bacteria
move
here when you
bacteria.
sweat. That's why it smells. The bacteria mixes with your sweat, and then it gets like this disgusting
That's a whole nother
odor.
really big topic.
But then I'm here to tell you that based on what we both do, we look at you under magnification, under bright lights. Like, if you shave in the daylight, just simple daylight, you will see all those little stubble marks. And that's the main reason that I wanted to get rid of the underarm hair, because if I like put my arm around a friend in a picture, it was just like stubble marks. Even if I just shaved, and I was like, sick. So I feel like your mustache, if you shave, even finite, you have to have really light hair to get away with that. You got to be colored like Sarah. If you're dark like me, you can't get away with that.
To shave.
Right, because it leaves a little shadow.
Yeah.
Like, you can kind of see. I have several patients who are beautiful women and have little, and I always want to.
Which is why I grew up and I would wax. And
Me too.
so that's, but not, and I do wax and I'm a huge fan of it, but I'm just a huge fan of anywhere that you don't feel like it belongs. It doesn't, but every single person gets it there. Every person at some point, most every human at some point will get hair where it doesn't belong. Do something about it. Don't just leave it out of fear that it would grow back worse or darker or coarser or thicker. Oh, it's gonna grow back and you're gonna get even more hair.
Well, I feel like there was a few years before I was friends with Sarah where I didn't think about this kind of thing, and no one was telling me. You know what I
that's
mean?
why
Like,
I'm
no
no,
friend
that's
was
why
going,
we're doing
"Lady,
this.
you
We're
need to
like
do
filling
something
you
about
in.
this." But having frank conversation with her was like so relieving. She'd be like, "Dude, it's not scary, and I'm not going to embarrass you to talk about your booty hole or something like that." And I'm like, "Really?
And you do
Okay."
have hair there.
Yeah, that's probably my number
And
one
it
thing
is
I recommend to you ladies
liberating
check.
to handle that. I'm telling you. Oh, the places your hair will grow.
And grow wildly.
So, go take a quick, close look.
Zap, 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 zap.
Hit
zap,
me up
zap,
with
zap,
any
zap, zap,
comments.
zap, zap.
If
Get
it was
off.
helpful, nobody can see whether you thumbs this up. But give it a thumbs up if it actually was. All right, thanks guys. See you next week.